My NDE happened November 1994. I was working in the forest. I was cutting down a tree, and the tree just took off and hit me on the left side of the head, and I just went flying. I felt no pain whatsoever. I just continued to exist. All I saw was my body, and then everything just turned black. But at the same time, I started getting this overwhelming feeling of joy, like just pure bliss. It's just happiness. Oh. And then right after that followed love. That feeling of love, a profound love. It was just so vast. It seemed like my consciousness was expanding and expanding and expanding. And what was opening up before me was galaxies. And at one point I was overwhelmed. There was, I'll say, billions upon billions upon billions. I saw what, I'll use this term, the edge of the galaxy. I did hear a voice which said, "You must go back. Your time is not through. You are not done yet. There is more for you to do. You must go back." No. I didn't want to come back. No, I did not want to come back.
In 1958, on a beautiful Sunday, we went to a local beach, and we were swimming, and my sister took my brother and I on a raft, and I went down deep into the water, and I could hardly breathe. I mean, I knew that I was drowning, and I was only 7 years old at the time, and I couldn't help myself. I couldn't do anything to help me. And all of a sudden I saw a white light, and it was a magnificent white light, and it pulled me toward it. And I started moving up, and I got closer and closer. I got closer to the white beam, the white light, and there, at the very end of it, was a white beam just shining absolutely beautiful. I felt nothing but love, empathy, kindness, caring, warmth, genuine love. It was amazing, and it just filled me up. It filled up my heart. It filled up everything around me. Here was a 7-year-old, feeling safe in a place that was so unfamiliar. And I wanted to stay there forever. And things were said to me. Things were told to me. And then they told me that it was time for me to go back. That it was time for me to return.
My name is Diane Sherman. I grew up in Beverly Hills, California. I had waited 10 years to have that surgery because at that time I would have had to have had a full-on open patella knee surgery. 10 years later, it's now time to have it. So I'm in recovery, but I'm hearing them saying, "Diane, wake up. Diane, wake up." The next thing I'm feeling is I'm being pulled back and then pushed forward into darkness. And as I see this one little spot of light, I think, I'm going to just hang in with it, and it's going to be okay, and I'm going to be okay. And, I just worked that inside of myself. And as I'm staring at it, it's starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's coming closer and closer. And all of a sudden, it's everything around me. And I'm looking at the light, and I'm thinking, what is this? Because it was like clouds. The white is a color I've never seen before. It almost has like all the colors of the rainbow in it, but it's white. It has this glistening effect to it. It wasn't just light, it was substance and feeling, and it's all around me. It's all I can see, all I can feel, all I can experience, and I don't have words for it. How do you describe unconditional love? I don't know how to describe it. All I know is I have never felt so cared about, adored, cherished, safe. Anything you'd ever wished for to have in the world in that moment is what I felt. Satisfied, satisfied beyond my wildest dream. And as I'm feeling this, I'm now moving through it, and it's parting. And all of a sudden, I see these 2 rows of what looked like monks to me. I could just feel the love they were radiating to me. And as I get to the end of this row of monks, this one steps out, and he says, "You cannot stay. It's not your time. You must go back." And I said, "I have finally felt what it feels like to be cherished. You cannot send me back from this. I've come home. The one place I wanted to be in my whole life was here, home. I'm here. You cannot send me back." And he said, "You have a child. You must go back." And in that moment, I'm back in my body.
The minute I announced I'd gone vegan, I got a loud and enthusiastic welcome from the vegan community. It gave me incredible access to people and organizations who were extremely generous and forthcoming in sharing their experience and resources. That's one of the best things about going vegan, the supportive spirit. Ivana Lynch, vegan.